podcast, scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, they are the Internet Podcast.
We back. Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast. Hey, man. Salute the dynamic Darkwing Dub. The insightful one himself. S got bars, wrestling media. Hey, man. It seems like Karrion Kross is out. What's your thoughts, bro?
Well, this is another thing that has me all kinds of jacked up in my head.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, go ahead, my bad.
It's got me all jacked up in my head because they've been moved to the alumni section and all this other jazz, right? But if you listen to his documentary that he posted, number one, he says he wants to stay in WWE. Number two, he says he wants to retire in the WWE. He was told not to acknowledge the fans that are saying we want Kross, along with a host of other things. So I'm like, did he really get released? Or I take that back. Did he really not sign his contract? Or are they going to play into this? Kind of like they did with R-Truth. Are they going to play into this? Because rumor has it that Scarlett and Kross had an offer on the table. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, are we being messed with again?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know what to believe at this point. I did see the same thing that you saw. The funny thing about it is that this whole new version, and we're going to get back to Kross, but I just want to point out something. So you mentioned R-Truth, right? This whole version of R-Truth seemed to have left the building because as soon as John Cena turned back to face, it seemed like R-Truth became R-Truth. The R-Truth that before he crashed out.
The goofy R-Truth is what you're trying to say.
Exactly. I was trying to be nice about it, but yeah. You know what I'm saying? So another thing is R-Truth spoke to Kross behind the scenes and said something to him that was interesting that Kross agreed with. He said basically that you don't have any titles yet, but the fans speak for you. Now, I'm paraphrasing, but this is along the lines of what R-Truth said to him, and Kross agreed with it. The thing is, the fans were able to bring back R-Truth. The fans are doing the same thing for Kross, but WWE's not budging. They gave him supposedly gave them a new deal, but Kross didn't sign. That's what was said, that Kross didn't sign. So I don't know what to believe. Me personally, I don't know what to believe. Do I believe do I believe that Kross deserves a better contract? Yes, because like if y'all kept him for this long, y'all fired. First of all, y'all fired him the first time. Then y'all rehired him only to let him walk again. Like, if y'all really see the potential in this man, give the man what he want. Show him that he's worth everything that he believes. Because it's not just what we believe, it's what he believes too. We believe he's worth more than what he's being treated as. Just like we believe that with R-Truth. So, like, we believe that if he believes that he should be getting more, then we believe that you should be paying him. Because, like, he put his body out on the line. When Gunther asked for a better contract, Gunther got it. And Gunther has earned every bit of that contract, I do believe, hasn't he? So I'm just saying, man, like, he putting his body out on the line like that. I believe that he should get a little bit more bread. How much? I don't know, but he should get a little bit more bread. So if he's feeling like the contract is insulting, if that's what really happened, then I feel like, yeah, he should be getting more bread. What you think?
Absolutely. He should be getting more. Scarlett should be getting more. And I honestly think they should let Scarlett wrestle. She's a hell of a wrestler.
She is.
They need to let her wrestle.
She is. She has not wrestled in WWE programming yet.
I do believe that if this is I keep saying the word fleece because essentially that's what it is. If this is just WWE messing with our heads, I personally believe that I keep saying the word they need to bring back the NXT version of Karrion Kross, that unstoppable monster force that nobody could take down, taking out the likes of Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole and Keith Lee and Dominic Dijakovic. That's what he was in NXT. You know, just taking out all the big dogs in NXT. Like, no, he was unstoppable. He is what Obafemi. He in NXT was what Obafemi is now.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they need that version of Karrion Kross.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I heard somebody say, I think it was Ball Bro, maybe I could be wrong, but I heard somebody say this earlier. You mean to tell me at the start of the year the man wasn't doing anything, wasn't in the Royal Rumble, nothing, wasn't in WrestleMania? All of a sudden, he does this promo. Now people are like, oh, okay. All right, I like this. To getting in a little mini feud with AJ Styles and Sami Zayn because he was being that little devil on their shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
To wrestling at WWE's third biggest pay-per-view of the year, SummerSlam. You mean to tell me that they're not going to re-sign this guy or this guy won't come back? I have a hard time believing that he's not coming back. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. Maybe the person that said that I got that from is thinking too much into it. But I agree with it. You mean to tell me they're going to put him on SummerSlam against Sami Zayn, one of the bigger stars of the company, and then they're not going to bring him back? I don't know, man. I think there's something there.
And you're right about that because he already said that he didn't want to leave. He said that he wanted to end his career in WWE. But he said he's not going to beg neither. He definitely said that.
And I wouldn't blame him.
He said he's not going to beg neither, but he did say he wanted to end his career in WWE. And not for nothing, man, when you see these guys come from the indies and they come to WWE and it doesn't work out for them, but they become a full, established, made guy in the company, it's hard to see them leave, right? Like, we all thought that Daniel Bryan was going to stay in WWE and end his career off in WWE. But what happened? He ended up going to AEW. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you see these established guys, it's hard to see them go elsewhere, but you also want to see them succeed. You want to see them succeed. You want to see them do well. You don't want to see them doing the least. You know what I mean? We see our favorite wrestlers in the promotion. We want to see them do well. We want to see them be the top of the food chain. But that hasn't happened with Karrion. The booking has been terrible. This is the best, honestly, this is the best they have booked him since. Like, his booking was nowhere near NXT booking. When he was in NXT, he was doing his numbers. As soon as he came to the main roster, he started off with Vince. Vince didn't know what to do with his character. Man, listen, this guy, man, they treated this guy like crap, but he's still willing to stay. That's the funny thing. He's still willing to stay. That's why I'm saying, like, they should really think about investing in what he is. Invest in it. So,
on top of the fact that let's say you brought up the Vince McMahon, what Vince McMahon did with him, like, bro, they really had him lose to Jeff Hardy. They really had this man come into the ring looking like a Spartan warrior.
Yo, they had carrying out there dressed like Mad Max from the Thunderdome, bruh.
Bro,
that was crazy.
It was so bad, and then it was Vince. To be fair to Triple H and the current regime at WWE, now it was Vince McMahon that that originally ruined Karrion Kross.
Yeah,
because I think Triple H had him built up to be like this monster of a dude on the main roster, and then when Vince McMahon put him with Jeff Hardy and put that costume on, it was like, what are we doing? And then you're Triple H, you take over, you bring him back, and you do nothing. Like, what are we doing to this man? If this was TNA Killer Kross, bro, Killer Kross was that dude.
Yes, he was.
He was that dude.
Yes, he was.
And like I said earlier, NXT Karrion Kross was still that guy.
Yes, he was.
He was. When he got it, just they did to him what they do to everybody else when they come, unless your name is Kevin Owens and so on and so forth. When you come up from NXT, you're probably gonna get left behind.
You know what's funny? I could even go further and say that his run in Lucha Underground was better than his WWE run. Even though he didn't hold no titles, he still was known as a main vocal point on the show. He had camera time. On top of that, he was devastating on Lucha Underground. They had him doing a lot of stuff on Lucha Underground. So, hell, his MLW run was dope. Like, come to think about it, he had better runs in the indies than he had in the mainstream promotions.
Got a question. Let's say this is not a work. Let's say this is real. Does AEW try to sign him, or does he go back to the indies?
If this is real, then I would think that AEW will try to sign him because he's gonna want to still be on mainstream programming. I don't think he goes back to TNA. I think he goes to AEW. Because honestly speaking, if he was to do that, AEW can do something with his character. That fits his style. He could go back to Killer Kross in AEW. So it fits his style. It fits what he does. To see him go back to the indies, he's gonna make WWE like money because people are gonna pay him. You know what I'm saying? He got the WWE rub. He got that mainstream rub. They're gonna pay him. Like, there is life outside of WWE. Question is that what he wants to do? Because it sounds like to me, from what everything's been put out thus far, that he doesn't want to leave WWE, but he's not going to beg neither. So only other place for him to go if he wants to get that WWE like money is AEW. You know what I mean? The only thing is that does AEW want to sign a Karrion Kross? It does fit.
For I heard some rumblings that AEW could actually be out of the running for a guy like Karrion Kross because of Don Callis. I guess he has some history with women back in his day. I don't know. I don't know the story behind it, but I guess the way Kross and Scarlett are outside of wrestling is they wouldn't want to be tied up in nothing like that. But then again, yo ass just left a company that had a Vince McMahon, had Brock Lesnar, had John Laurinaitis. So
I don't
I don't.
understand what happened with Don Callis that they wouldn't want to go to AEW.
I don't know. So I guess Don Callis has something with a woman. I don't know. Woman. I don't know the exact story. I hadn't really looked into it.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean, here's the thing, right? You know, you're right. They were just in WWE. I honestly don't think it'll be a problem for them to go because I haven't heard nothing. But you know, what you're saying could be accurate, but I still don't see that stopping them from going. I think it will have to be something super major for them to stop them from going to AEW, if that's what they choose. It'll have to be something life threatening for them to go, because that's the only way they're going to continue to make the money that they're making, and that probably be the only way we'll see Scarlett back in the ring. You know, unless they sign a contract with WWE that's going to say that Scarlett can wrestle. You know, but I get it's just something that we're just gonna have to pay attention to. That's all. It's something that we're gonna have to pay attention to. Yeah.
I will say that apparently it has something to do with a little person that a little a child, and uh yeah, I'll have to look more into it because I don't know how true it is. But when I put in Don Callis's rumors into Google, the first thing that popped up is uh, stuff with children. I'll just leave it at that.
All right. Well, you know, it's just something that we're gonna have to, look into and see what's true and what's not. You know, but that's a topic for another time. But I know, as far as we know, this man is exiting WWE. What were you gonna say?
Also, I guess there's also some reports that claim that a top management official in Impact was. Hold on, let me go back. Don Callis's name began trending after some fans resurfaced a 2019 rumor involving an alleged SH harassment investigation with Impact Wrestling's management. So there's that too.
Ooh.
So and if that's the case, then I could see why a Scarlett or Karen Cross wouldn't want to be involved. But then again, it's like we both just said, you just came from a company that was full of them. So take that for what you will.
Yeah. Basically, that's what it is. That's what it is. Any closing remarks?
Honestly, I would like to see Cross stay with WWE. I just want to see that. I want to see the version that we had in NXT when he was just this dominant force. I don't want to see no more of this devil on AJ's or Sammy's shoulder anymore. I want to see some straight up brutality come from this dude from the days of NXT, TNA, MLW, Lucha Underground. I want to see that carrying Cross. If he was to come back to W, that's what I want to see. If he goes to AEW, I do believe we will see that version. We will see Killer Cross in AEW, but guess we'll see what happens. I personally think this is all a work, but I don't know everything, so I definitely could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong. So there's that.
Yeah. So we'll just have to keep updated on everything that's going on and just go from there. That's basically what it is. Yeah. Well, anyway, it's getting late, and you know the peoples we working.
I got an easy day tomorrow, bro. I got a meeting that I sit in all day long where I get to talk to like police and fire department, all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna have me an easy day tomorrow.
Well, I'm off, but I still gotta do a lot of stuff behind the scenes as far as the show. So get these thumbnails together and stuff like that. But I'm off tomorrow. I'm off until Wednesday. I go back to work Wednesday. So yeah. Anyway, it's your boys from Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast. We'll be back with another one. Sayonara.